Our third speaker will be Cui Yee. She will be speaking out of Pathways Presentation Mastery, project number 1, or level number 1, project number 2, project title, evaluation and feedback. I will be timing Cui tonight for 5 to 7 minutes. Project person to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply feedback to a speech. Subject of the speech, unforgettable experience of catching my only bullfrog when with my family in a summer night with my family when I was 6 years old. Some background relative to the speech. An extra-born 6-year-old girl grew up in the countryside of southeast of China, was very proud and excited to participate in such an adventure activity with her male family members. Cui Yee, the most unforgettable childhood memory, catching bullfrogs. Cui Yee.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and most welcome fellow Toastmasters. My name is Sui. For those who didn't hear my icebreaker speech, I was an extra born in the 80s under Chinese law. I was well loved by my family and had a lot more freedom than my elder siblings did, which allowed me to have a great childhood and many unforgettable memories. Today, I want to tell you one of my most unforgettable childhood memories, catching bullfrog. I grew up in the countryside of southeast of China. It's about 3 hours flight from Beijing. The region is one of the most beautiful regions in China. It has a lot of rice fields, fish ponds, hills, and water streams. The region is famous for its rice and fishery, so it's called the town of rice and fish. When I was about 6 years old, one night in summer, we had a big family gathering. We were chatting happily in the yard of our house under the moonlight while the fireflies were blinking in the dark. Insects and frogs were having their concert happening. Suddenly, one of my uncles came up with a great idea. It's bullfrog season. We could go and catch bullfrogs. How exciting! Both my father and my grandfather agreed that was a great idea and started to prepare tools that were needed. Originally, my parents didn't allow me to go because it was time for a 6-year-old little girl to go to bed, and it would be too difficult for me to walk in the dark, especially among rice fields. However, I insisted so much, so my beloved grandfather agreed to take me with them. Before leaving the house, we needed to gather all the necessary tools: a lantern, pine wood pieces, a bamboo basket, and a pincher, which is used to pick up bullfrogs instead of using our bare hands. My grandfather, who was holding the lantern, which was burning the pine wood pieces and leading the way. My father carried the bamboo basket. One uncle held the pincher made from bamboo. The other uncle carried extra pine wood pieces because we didn't have flashlight at that time. We, the younger ones, were so excited to follow the grown-ups under the moonlight. We walked on the ridge between the rice fields, and we could hear there were many bullfrogs. Ribbit, ribbit in the rice fields. The rice fields were like a checkerboard stretching as far as the eye could see. My grandfather, who was holding the lantern, would follow bullfrog sound. Ribbit, ribbit and search for the closest ones. Once he located the area of the sound, he would search for the closest bullfrogs. As we drew closer inch by inch, my grandfather told us there's a bullfrog under his lantern. Do you know that? Bullfrog does not move on the lights at night. So my uncle could pick up the bullfrog with a pincher very easily and put into the bamboo basket. I do not remember how many bullfrogs we caught that night and how far we walked because I was a bit too little. I might have fallen asleep on my father's shoulder right after we caught the first bullfrog. But I could not forget how happy I was when I followed my grandfather and my father in the dark. With the smell of the burning pine wood pieces, in, hearing the enchanted concerts composed by the insects and the frogs, seeing the beautiful full moon, the joy and excitement of catching my only bullfrog. Maybe also because I was so excited to participate in such activity with my family. Even though this was the only time we've ever caught bullfrogs together, it will always be a cherished gift to me that I hold deep in my heart. From that day, I've always been a very brave person, very adventurous, outgoing, and willing to try anything new and take risks. Thank you, everybody.
If you like this video, please subscribe to Toastmasters Helmsman 770. Thanks.